Hi everybody, this is Jacqueline Smith of JacquelineSmith.com, and I'm here today with Tasha Edwards of The Sweetest Vegan. And I'm really excited to talk to her today because we were actually classmates at the University of Michigan, and we used to sit by each other at this health communications class, and I had no idea she was the sweetest vegan at the time, so we kind of found each other just a couple weeks ago through Twitter, so I'm really excited to reconnect and see what you're up to and see what you've been doing since health communications, right?
Yes.
So, can you just tell us a little bit, like, I've been watching your videos obsessively because you're hilarious and I love your dog and your videos are so good and everybody loves them, and we just want to know, how did you even get started doing any of this? How did The Sweetest Vegan get started?
Well, I started a while back in undergraduate. I was looking on YouTube actually for hair videos, and that is when I noticed that there were these niche communities on YouTube in which people can come together and talk about things and learn from each other. And then I found out that the bigger people were making money, some of them making a living from this thing, YouTube, and a lot of people still don't know what it is and how it works. It's kind of an underground community of us YouTubers. But then I graduated from undergrad, and I knew I was going to the School of Public Health at the University of Michigan, and I was like, okay, so I know I want to work for myself. I want to do public health, but I have to be able to do it my own way.
That's right.
So that is when I started my journey towards figuring out what I wanted to do, and I read a couple of books, and I listened to a lot of speeches about people and Web 2.0 and new media and social media and how they were making this huge difference in the world with very little startup costs, and you have to pick something that you're passionate about. So I was like, I want to be healthy. I'm going to the School of Public Health. I'm vegan already. I want people to, be at a healthy weight, live a healthy lifestyle. But I also like the desserts, and I wanted people to be able to enjoy food and love food and have a healthy relationship with food. And that is how I came up with The Sweetest Vegan, because not only was I a vegan who loved desserts, but I also had an approach to veganism that was, kind and friendly and kind of laid back and approachable, so people can really connect to that identity.
But also,
that's
like,
how I came up with this sweet.
Yeah, and also you come from a southern background, right? Where, I don't know, I mean, I'm not from the South, I'm from the Midwest, but like, I grew up eating a ton of meat, and I don't know if you did too, so just coming with your background into cooking a lot of vegan food is just really interesting to all of us who are watching your videos.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I lived here for the first 18 years of my life, and then I moved to Clemson, South Carolina, which Atlanta is a metropolis, but Clemson, South Carolina is rural, rural as you can get. So I went from southern to rural southern, and really I knew that it's not that we ate so much meat necessarily, but we ate a very poor diet. We didn't have that much money. We ate every day. We weren't starving, but a lot of canned foods, a lot of sodium-laden foods, a lot of food that was out of season or came from very far away, so it wasn't flavorful, so you end up adding more salt to your food, more fat. So that's the kind of diet we ate. So that is my background, and then I went to University of Michigan, and just being on college campuses, period, you're exposed to people who live different lifestyles, people who are vegan or raw or just who are health conscious, people who read nutrition labels and are worried about how many calories and how many this and that is in their food. So along with getting an education in health or public health, I also was around these new type of people who bike, who walked, who jogged, who played recreational sports, which none of these things we did in my house growing up. I played sports at school, but it wasn't every day that you just went outside and walked around the neighborhood. We just did not do that. So that was nice to get to know other people's lifestyle. And coming back here after going to college for 6 years, and seeing just the people, like, you go inside the grocery store and obesity is truly an epidemic. It's once you walk off your college campus, it's a different world. People aren't health conscious, and people are living regular everyday lives, and it's a huge disparity. And you can see it in education, you can see it in wealth, how people who are less educated from lower income backgrounds, they don't know what to cook, they don't know how to get motivated to exercise, and they just don't see the role modeling that they need to see in order to make their lives healthier and better.
That's what's so awesome about your videos, because anybody can get on YouTube and watch your videos for free. You don't have to have a lot of money. You know, the stuff that you're cooking with is affordable, and your videos are quick and snappy, so it's like, I feel like you're doing a lot for public health just by making those videos, you know?
Yeah, and you're doing a lot of stuff too. What are you doing in the field as far as, you know, your new media approach to our traditional field of public health?
Yeah, like you, as soon as you said that you wanted to do public health on your own, like you wanted to build your own business out of it, and yeah, I was the same way. I couldn't, as soon as I was like in my last semester at Michigan, I couldn't picture myself at a desk behind an office, you know, like doing 9 to 5 like everybody else seemed to be going into. So I just decided to try it out, and my whole goal was make tools for people to make health easier. So I just want to be able to, and like same with you, like I started using videos and email and social media just to get the message out, and it's really low cost, like you said, and you can start up and you can start hearing from people all over the world really quickly who are connecting with what you're saying. And so that's my thing, just I want to do public health through video and through simple tools that I can make and sell on my website, and that's like my version of spreading the public health love around the world, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, what type of tools do you have?
Yeah, so I just launched this Don't Waste Produce checklist, it's called. I can show it to you here. It's like a really simple checklist that you can use. You put it right on your fridge, and after you fill it out after you get home from the store. And it's so simple, but it really works. What it does is it helps you stop wasting food. And it all came from when I got married to my husband, and he was eating out all the time and throwing away food when he got home, like that he just didn't get around to eating. And I came from a different background of living in a place for a couple years where we didn't have any fruits and vegetables, so I was really aware, and I hated throwing away food after that because it just seemed precious to me after 2 years of no fruits and vegetables, kind of. So we developed this system together so that in our own house we didn't throw away food anymore. And it was so simple, but it worked. And that was 3 years ago that we started. And just this summer I decided it was probably a good time to just start sharing it with everybody else. So yeah, you can get it on my website. It's only 99 cents, and that's like another aspect of like the public health side. I want everyone to be able to afford it, whether they come from low income or high income. I don't want that to matter. So I wanted to make it accessible to everybody.
Yes. So how easy do you think it would be to use for like a 65-year-old person? Is that old? What's old? 80-year-old person?
I think it depends on, you know, you don't have to have it. It's a lot of like spaces to fill in what fruits and vegetables and greens that you're eating. But even if you're an 80-year-old person and living by yourself, like my grandma, she's 90 and she doesn't live by herself anymore, but she did a couple years ago. And I think she could have used it just to fill out the 1 or 2 or 3 things that she's eating. Because when you store your produce right, a lot of times you don't see it in your fridge anymore. It's in the crisper drawer. And you're not even going to see it, so you can forget it's there. So the reason that you would put this on your fridge is so you don't forget what you have, you know? Yeah. So I think that could work for an 80-year-old. I don't know.
Yeah, so many times I love cucumbers, and I'll go to the store and I'll buy a cucumber and I'll say, yeah, I'm going to make a salad. And then I come home, put it in the crisper. And then the next week I go to the grocery store, buy a cucumber, go back in the crisper, say, wow, this cucumber I bought last week is still in here, because you don't see it when you just go in the refrigerator. Yeah. But I see how writing it down, that's a big key to like remembering that it's in there. And then seeing like, oh, what do I have to eat? And then that's another way not to waste energy, by opening up the refrigerator and letting all the air out not seeing what you came to get and just looking on your list that you made is so helpful.
Yeah, and it's good if you have it's good if you have multiple people in your house too. So, you know, like I grew up with, we had 6 people in the house, and the fridge was almost always open because 1 out of 6 was doing something in there. So this helps to, keep the door shut, and people don't have to be rummaging through the fridge anymore just to see what's there. They can actually just look at the list, and they can reference that and just pick out what they want, you know?
Yeah, that's very helpful. Me and my sister, we're 2 adult children. We just moved back home with our parents, and my grandma, she just moved all of my sister's groceries to the bottom shelf. So, well, people's things being all about it, grown people buying different stuff, like if you have roommates in college, or just housemates, or a husband who throws stuff away, or children.
Yeah.
That could be so helpful. Even for moms, it could be a great time saver.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, that's kind of what I've been up to, and I think that's like what draws you and I together, doing public health, just with simple, like you just putting up a video on YouTube. It's already giving people, empowering them to be able to cook vegan food, and they don't have to pay a dime just to watch the video, you know? Yeah. And that's like, we're trying to get the message out to everybody, I think, in a low cost way. So, yeah.
And many people don't know you can do it and make it, you know, very low cost and affordable, and remove a lot of barriers that a lot of people have to health information. And you also can be profitable in doing it. You can make it can be a business, and you can have your own platform to deliver information.
And a lot of, maybe a lot of people who are doing their MPHs now, like you and I both have the MPH, or is yours MHA?
I have an MPH.
MPH, yeah. So we both have these MPH degrees, and we can show, you know, I don't know about you, but like I didn't take any business class, like entrepreneurial classes at School of Public Health. So like we're kind of learning all this on our own and just learning from other people. But maybe with other people watching this, if they're getting their MPH, you know, we can all kind of help each other, because most people who get an MPH go on to work for somebody else, right? I mean, so, I think if we help each other figure out how we can do public health in a entrepreneurial way, you know, in a fun way, it's actually more fun, I think, to like, if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to be doing 9 to 5 and in the office, then it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, you might be doing 9 to 9, but it is fun work. It's meaningful work. Work. It's fulfilling, and I can wake up and be excited about doing the work, and I can go to sleep tired, but knowing that I changed lives. And what I love about YouTube is the immediate feedback. Like the other day, I put up 2 different videos. I put up stuffed mushrooms and another video. I forgot the recipe, but the next day somebody had made, they didn't just leave a comment, which is very common. People leave comments telling you thank you, what a good job you did, they tried the recipe. This person went as far as doing a video response. They filmed themselves and their family tasting the food. They told me what they thought about it and everything, and I just felt so rewarded. Like my pay maybe a lot less than my friends, but that was so rewarding. Like if you do a big billboard campaign for the Department of Health, you don't really get that feedback like you do when you're person to person through social media.
Yeah, right.
So that's what I really enjoy about it.
What have you been surprised by, like with, like, has one video really surprised you that just like went crazy and people really loved it and wanted to see more of it? Like, have there been any surprise hits or anything that we should all go watch?
Every time YouTube features one of my videos, I get pretty surprised. Like, just after the 4th of July, they have something called, it's a national holiday, Fried Chicken Day. So YouTube put up several videos in their spotlight section of the homepage. They were all Southern fried chicken recipes. So you would think that me being vegan is very niche, it's very obscure. It's vegans are only 3% of the population, but they put up my vegan fried chicken recipe right along with all the other regular fried chicken recipes. So I am very elated every time my vegan vegetarian videos are included. You know, we're people too, and we're included with the regular set of regular food videos.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I like
that's
when you do outtakes with Buster.
yeah. A lot of people love the dog. I have a Pembrose Corgi. He's 4 years old. I got him in undergrad. And a lot of people are like, you still have that dog? Yes, I still have the dog. You can't just give dogs away. But yeah, people love Buster.
Yeah. So what can we look forward to coming up with the Sweetest Vegan channel?
Well, I like to do challenges, and I like to be topical, and I like to do projects. So it'll be a project of some sort. I don't really know yet. For now, I just keep doing recipes.
Yeah.
The other day, I was thinking like I just cut off all my hair, and I've been buying new hair products, and I'm making sure that they are vegan, they are wholesome, they aren't full of chemicals.
Yeah.
So the same way I eat is the same way I want to treat the outside of my body too. So
Yeah.
I'll probably have more than just food videos and more lifestyle videos. I love food, so I still have a lot of food.
Yeah.
But more like grocery shopping or beauty shopping or beauty tips for, the health conscious person, that type of thing too. Awesome. And what about you? What's your next move?
Yeah, for now, I just want to see, what the Don't Waste Produce checklist can do for people during the summer. We got a good, I would say, month or two left of all the summer produce when everything's really abundant. And so I'm just trying to help people use the checklist, learn how to try it out and save some money and just to try it, So you can find the checklist on don'twasteproduce.com, or you can go to jacquelinesmith.com and find it there too. And how do we find the Sweetest Vegan?
Well, the majority of my audience is on YouTube, youtube.com/The Sweetest Vegan, but I also have a website where I post all of my videos. It's thesweetestvegan.com.
Awesome.
And I'm all over social media. You can find me on Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, but
I know, I found you on Twitter. Yeah, I know, I found you on Twitter. It was awesome. Was not expecting to find this girl that I used to sit by in class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a trip.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks for chatting with us, and hopefully keep up the awesome videos. I look forward to them every single day, and I watch them every single day. So just keep it up.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yep. All right. Talk to you later.
All right.